going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Stereo Rifles tuning in on the microphone. If you're new to the channel and enjoy it, smack that like button and subscribe down below for me. It's much appreciated, man. Now let's get into it. Sorry, I haven't uploaded in about 4 to 5 days. I was like, geez, I went and looked at my channel. I was like, I haven't uploaded all week? Man, time flies. Honestly, I didn't really have much to talk about that, and I kind of took a break from Modern Warfare. I didn't quit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to stick to, like, running with homies in a party, because playing this game solo, man, it's tough, man. It's tough out there. The game, as you know, a lot of people aren't, very pleased with the current situation of the game. The update, the big patch that they were boasting about was nowhere near what we thought it was going to be, unfortunately, but, it kind of is what it is. I've been back on, actually, Black Ops 4, just chilling, dropping 40 bombs, just having a good old time. But, yeah, man, just another big letdown, unfortunately. I know some of the community is enjoying the game for what it is. Man, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not. I'm hoping, like I said, they patch it up to where we think it should be. And they do know about it. It's all over the internet that they left in the patch notes some side comments about how we were, complaining about the footsteps, and they were well aware of it, and basically that we were not going to be satisfied or happy with the patch they just released. But, well, only time will tell. We'll just have to wait and see. Man, one thing I will say, God, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I never would have thought in the 7-8 years, whatever it is, I've been personally playing Call of Duty, I never thought we would have saw safe spaces in a video game, let alone a Call of Duty video game. It's, guys, you've been around since Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4, all that, the good old days, how toxic and trashy the trash talk was, and all the the profane language, and I never thought they would have literally come out and said that they're gonna have safe spaces in a shooter video game, an 18 and over first person shooter video game. It just cracks me up every time I think about it, man. But yeah, man, it just cracks me up. I'm a 1.5 player. I'm basically an average to maybe slightly above average player, if I had to call myself that. It is what it is. Everybody's opinion of KD is different. And sometimes, by the way, just a little side note, sometimes I think they all just take KD out of the game altogether and just keep it win-loss. I mean, it would suck because, you want to kind of know how you're doing in the game and all, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But really, in the end, I think it might actually help the meta out. I think people would eventually get over it, but I know it'll never happen, and it's sad that it should happen. But anyway, back on the main subject. So like I said, I'm a mediocre player, man. And I'm kind of having a hard time getting adjusted to these maps. Granted, I don't even have that much time played. I think I'm only ranked 45. It's just because my, the experience I have on the game, the fun factor is very short for me. I'd say for every 5 matches I play or more, maybe one of them's fun. So it's just, I can only play the game in strides, I can only for half an hour, 45 minutes, and I'm done. I just can't do it. But all that being said, trying to traverse these maps and learn them, how overly complicated the lines of sight are and hiding spaces. And like they said, these are the safe spaces for the new players to adjust and adapt and to kind of get the hang of things. But here's the problem I have with that. So, like I said, I'm a pretty seasoned player. I'm not an OG COD 4 player, you know what I mean? But I've been playing since COD Ghosts, and, I've got a lot of time into the franchise. If I'm having trouble trying to figure out the flow of these maps, if you even want to call it that, how is a new player that just jumped onto this franchise, how in the heck are they going to figure out how to figure out the secret, the flow, the lines of sight of these maps? How is that ever going to happen? My theory is they way over-engineered it. They overdid it this year. I mean, I've heard even some of the top YouTubers like Exclusive Ace, he just dropped a video, excellent commentary about the situation. How they way over-cater to new players this year. So the point I'm trying to make is, if I can't figure these maps out, or I'm struggling, and frankly, I just don't have the patience at this point to attempt to get these maps down, how are these new players going to figure that out? How are these new players going to learn these complicated maps? If a seasoned player like myself is struggling, how are these new guys going to figure it out? It ain't going to happen. I tell you what, they're not going to stop camping, moving, sitting at windows, sitting on head glitches, got their mounted, M4 and 725 combo, And that's going to be the year for us. That's going to be the meta, especially because Dead Silence hasn't been changed, the footstep audio hasn't been changed, nothing is going to change. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. A couple months from now, they pull a big overhaul update like they did in COD World War II, I'll eat crow. But currently, I just don't see it happening, man. And I've got to say, it's kind of sad that, it's been proven now. They left these statements in the patch notes for us to see. It was actually on the PC version of the patch notes update, that they know the core players are upset with the current situation. They know all about it. And the fact that, I've pumped out $60 plus microtransactional money over the years into this game. And for the most part, I'm always going to be here year after year. It's a shame that I wasted $60 on a game, that I didn't get to play its full potential on because I didn't like it. For the most part, I've played all of them, but like in Advanced Warfare, I think I only had like 5 days played over the whole year. I got burned down in the game pretty fast. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, we pump our hard-earned money out year after year, and it's like we're always going to be there. And the reason why we complain is because we want the game to be great. We want the community to grow and, keep them good days going, man. It's kind of sad that I almost feel like they take us for granted. I feel like Infinity Ward, even all of them, Activision, they all take us for granted because they know we're going to be there year after year. And that's not 100% the case because obviously a lot of content creators, a lot of hardcore players have gone over to Fortnite or Apex Legends, have quit the franchise altogether. And this year, to me, in my opinion, was their sad attempt to bring all these players back. But yeah, man, it really gets to me, It's like what's their obsession with new players? Like, look at it this way. So they get their safe space, they get their protected bracket with skill-based matchmaking. And so what happens? What if they do start doing a little better? What's going to happen? They're going to keep going up the ranks and however their matchmaking algorithm works. And then the game's going to just get harder and harder and harder for them. So there's no really, there's no way to incentivize them to get better because it's just going to get worse and worse. And the gameplay experience is going to get worse for them. They're going to start getting next to these sweats, these tryhards, these guys that actually have, pretty good thumbstick skill. And in my opinion, they're going to quit the game. And they might not ever come back. You know what I mean? So why are they catering all this time and effort into these people? No disrespect to the new players, but it's like, homie, I've been around all this time buying your game, buying your DLC content, buying microtransactions from time to time, and we're getting screwed, right? Am I right? It's like I said, I feel like we're being taken for granted, man. I really do. So after everything being said, everything that I've talked about, with this game and this situation, I feel that in the end, unless they patch this game up like they did Call of Duty World War II, unless they, iron some of the stuff out that we keep telling them about and they are not fixing, the new players are going to walk too, man. They're going to, they're going to finally, get out of their safe space, so to speak. Like, they're actually going to learn the game a little bit and realize, man, this game kind of sucks. Like, maybe they are getting a little more confident. They're still going to pretty much be sitting around doing nothing. But like I said, they're going to be getting put into a higher bracket of play, a higher, more competitive bracket. As you know, that's how the matchmaking kind of works. So it's going to get harder and harder. Maps are still going to suck. They're going to realize the footsteps are too darn loud. All the stuff that the seasoned players are complaining about, these new players are eventually going to figure out. So in the end, it's no bueno for everybody. Like, nobody wins. It's like they were just so focused on new players this year. They're not really thinking down the road, man. Like, they're really treating this game like a disposable Call of Duty. Like, let's just use it once and throw it out. Like, if the game's like it is right now, next year, nobody's gonna be touching this game, man. Or very little. I mean, I know there's Ground War, and they might add a couple game modes, like Cranked. Everybody keeps talking about adding Cranked to the game. I don't know. We'll wait and see, man. But I just hope it's not too little too late. They don't wait 6 months to fix the game and moving executives around like they did with Glenn Schofield, in the World War II era. It's just sad, man. I've tried my best to like this game. Like I said, I'm not going to quit. I am taking a break. I never would have thought. I've said, that I could hop back on Black Ops 4, and it makes you... It makes you appreciate things more, man. I didn't realize how much better Black Ops 4 is. Like, I never think they could have made a worse Call of Duty. It seems like they just keep screwing up. Yet, Modern Warfare made Black Ops 4 look good, man. I never thought I'd say that. I still get on when I play. I still have some rage moments. I think that's any Call of Duty, any player. We all rage. And the problem is, we're just too darn competitive. That's all it is. You know, it's fun for us, but we like the competition. But so when you're playing in a competitive mindset, obviously, if you start doing poorly or you get cheesed off your streaks, yes, you're gonna get a little upset. That's any Call of Duty, but there's a different kind of like frustration / boredom / rage this year with Modern Warfare. I just can't put my finger on it because it's so many things at one time. To solve these problems, like one of the things being fixed isn't gonna cut it. It all needs to be fixed, man. And I'm just surprised there's still people, like bigger content creators, still uploading content regularly on the game, like positive content. But granted, some of these guys are spectacular players. They got a 4 or 5 KD, or 3 or 4 KD. They really know their stuff, man. But for the 1.0, the 1.5, the 2, the 2.5 players, you know what I mean, that kind of bracket, a lot of us are just turned away at the game, and it just sucks. I want the game to be good because I paid $60 for it. I want to get my money's worth out of it. I think we all do. It's just a shame, man. I hope a month from now, I want to get on my channel and boast on how great this game has been, that they fixed it up, it's where it needs to be now, man. I hope the rest of the year goes great. It is what it is, man. But yeah, I'm not going to quit for 2 reasons. 1, people seem to like Modern Warfare content on YouTube channel. 2, like I've said, I paid my $60. I want to get my money's worth. I'm just going to wait and see what happens, man. But thank y'all for coming by, man. That's going to be the ending to the commentary. I appreciate you if you stuck around this long. But I'll just see you on the next one. Take it easy.